So this is our new build, a 88 I think, or 89 E30. We're doing the S54 swap, as you can see there. So I just finished up. So the plan was to use an E46 front subframe, which a lot of you may not know, but it actually somewhat bolts up. The width is perfect, it's the exact same, although I did notice that the bolts here they're probably about like maybe 3 millimeters off this way, so I had to shave a bit here. Also, the bolts for the E46 are bigger. Those are M12 versus these smaller ones, which are M10, but it basically lines up after you kind of slot the holes. On the E46, you'll notice that, let me see if I can get a flashlight. On the E46, you'll notice on the right-hand side there's normally supposed to be a little tab here that actually inserts into the body of the car. So you'll have to cut that out to basically make it sit flush or even. And then it basically just bolts up like that. So the next step is to put the rack on. Probably use E30 control arms because the little lollipops here bolt up differently. They bolt up horizontal instead of vertical. We're still gonna use M3 brakes, M3 knuckles, and then yeah, so we'll just go from there. E30 control arm is in. All we had to do to get the control arm in is this bushing had to slide forward a bit. We had to basically max it out forward, but this is how she sits. Next is to put the hub on and then probably adjust these tie rods or take the tie rods off the E30. Since these control arms are a little bit shorter in length compared to the M3, so we'll need to compensate on that control arm or else we'll have a bunch of toe. Okay, so what I actually ended up doing is I took the E30 control arm back off. And this ball joint is just barely smaller than the hole for this knuckle. So I threw the M3 one back on. So to be able to get the M3 one to work, we pressed off the M3 bushing, pressed off the E30 one off this lollipop. We're gonna put the M3 one on, which just so happens to be the perfect size. Let me see. As you can see, Mitch just pressed that one on. So then we're gonna put it on the control arm. So this is with it fully assembled. Next, we're gonna put the strut on and then see how it sits. And this is with it completed. For now, we're just running just a stock M3 struts because we'll probably get coilovers for it, but everything is cool. It's funny because the offset of the rotor, where the rotor is positioned, is at the same point as the rear wheel. So wheel options are going to be pretty interesting, especially to be able to clear the brakes too. But yeah. All right, so we just about finished. So that's the final product. As far as what we did for steering, we just used the stock E30 steering shaft. We're probably going to use the E46 one or off of another car that's collapsible, so then we can actually bolt these holes in the correct spots because this one's pushed in a bit more. But for now, we'll still be able to steer. So E46 M3 wheel on it. So recap, use the stock E30 lollipop with a E46 M3 bushing, E46 M3 control arm, subframe, rack, and right in this corner here, let me turn the wheel. Okay, right in this corner here, there's a little tab that like sticks up into the E46 M3 unibody. So you have to cut that tab off to be able to get the subframe to basically sit level on the E30. But it's cool, looks good. Okay, so next on our agenda is oiling. So what we did here is we just modified, we're gonna still use the S54 oil pump. So what we did is we just modified 2 of the pickup tubes, which would be this one and also this one too. This I'm gonna make a hole so then I can still utilize this bracket right here, and then using the M50 oil pan, and then we just made a little custom baffle to fit around this oil pump so that we don't have any oiling issues. So then for this line, what we did is we got AN fittings, because on the OEM BMW fitting that goes to the valve cover, it uses an AN8. So then what we did is we just welded an AN bung to the bottom or the side of the oil pan, so then we can run that line across, kind of like how the OEM pan is. Hurry up.
I'll be in the car.
Alright, go ahead. Don't throw a rod at me, please.
Are you ready?
See.
Huh?
See. Oh. Where we at? It got up to 60, and then as soon as he stopped cranking, then it wouldn't go any higher. Why is this clutch like this, man? I stalled it twice. There's no seat.